Hello, Diane.
Great. I have a lot of work to do, papers to grade, assignments to create. What is it?
Don't worry. I can't stay long, I have work in a few hours. But this couldn't wait.
I would have preferred to hear the word won't.
Whatever floats your boat. It amounts to the same outcome.
You keep visiting me.
And you pretended to be cooperative at the tail end of the last time we talked.
I have a right to change my mind.
You are only committed to yourself. I don't think you're capable of allegiance to anyone. Sade's in jail so you can relax.
No, I can't. And she's a murderous wacko, who belongs there.
You absolutely can.
I'm looking at you right now. This doesn't feel like relaxation.
It shouldn't. You're at work. But I'm sorry you feel the way you do.
Feel sorry for yourself.
There's no reason to. My life's amazing.
And you're here to invite me out for lunch. Right?
No. I have a prior engagement. People make time for who and what they truly deem important. And for what they most desire.
And I didn't make time for you today. And here you are.
In any case. So much is going on, I can't stand that we keep getting pulled back in the direction we fought hard to escape.
Are you getting closer to the point you're making?
No need for tension to be present during this meeting, we're sensible women.
Then it's very simple, Zola. If you don't want tension, turn around. Leave the way you came.
Not just yet. Not till I get what I came for. Why must things be like this with you? It's exhausting. Aren't you tired? I've never done anything to you, honestly.
I don't blame you for choosing to forget the details of our lives then. I remember, Zola. I really do. I have a memory like an elephant. Times you were in the Sabre mansion, climbing out of Deborah's bed when she wasn't home, to make secret calls to Hunter Lord.
I don't need the visual, my memory's enough. Some things are better left in the past.
Interesting.
Tell me.
In every way possible. It really was.
What's interesting is you peeked through the crack of the door, at Bronzen and I in bed. You were flustered, and panting heavily we turned you on.
No, I wasn't looking at the disgusting display of low self-esteem.
It was you. Looking pathetic and envious.
I was thirsty, I needed a glass of water, I walked by.
So it was someone else getting their rocks off. Who looked exactly like you? Believable.
Why are you here then, taking up time from a person who has a real dedicated profession in society?
Stop it, don't even go there. You're not serious, are you?
100%.
By insulting my job is laughable. Not knowing I'm the best pilot of several regions, no woman or man has topped my numbers, 0 incidents.
Good for you.
Amelia Earhart. She, or any other, wouldn't compare to me, at any point in history.
And?
You want me to get angry and storm out? I am not easily fooled by reverse psychology, so do you hear the words I'm so serious about? You exited relevancy, years ago. So your opinion doesn't matter.
Considering you've never done anything to help society, as a whole. I'll be glad to see you go.
You're Mrs. Dr. Frankenstein. Who creates monsters. Right?
You're insecure about something. That's why you're here bothering me.
I'll leave when I'm ready.
I'm busy. Get on with it.
Although I've expressed the past being a place I no longer care to visit. I have no choice but to dredge up dead awful memories, which is why I'm here.
You want to discuss Bronzen? Again. Am I right?
No.
Good.
This individual, whom I loathe, the ground he walks on.
Who are we referring to?
Hunter.
I'm not surprised.
He thinks he can control my life by blackmailing me. I'm sick of it. You must have something on him. Bronzen sent you both on errands together a few times. And this vagabond, criminal, of a man? He always had to stop at his shoebox apartment, for bullshit. Before he handles business. I know him.
Zola. Why am I a factor in the life you have now? You can't possibly think there's an ounce of sympathy in my heart. For you. Sad for you to be so dead wrong.
I can remember times I helped you when Deborah wasn't feeling your presence. Trying to be in Bronzen's face, when you were not called upon.
Oh, please get your facts straight, honey.
They are.
They're not.
Let's get real here.
Why should we? You're not living in reality, so.
Neither here nor there. You were in tune with everything going on.
Technically. But I was mentally checked out. The mental abuse was stacked against us.
A lot more than that.
Of course.
Fair statement.
Get a therapist. You need to be corrected. I can't help you.
Chances are. You saw things in that house. Heard things.
So did Alora. I'm not going to forget how you treated me.
I don't want you to forget. We got along sometime.
Why don't you intrude on Alora's peace of mind instead?
She's too wrapped up in save our enterprise. Bronzen's mother-in-law is her priority.
And you're jealous he's tossed you to hungry wolves, while he gets closer to a woman he's probably sleeping with.
You actually think I care? No. But I find it quite interesting you mentioning where he may be sticking his dick into.
I could care less about this man. I told you he could never give Deborah, much less a woman, everything she needs. He hates to do so.
Actually, men of means love providing. You just have to be the kind of woman who qualifies for that lifestyle.
He's fucking arrogant, and that's one of his likable traits. You love to take up for his money-driven spoiled keister like he's some goddamn wholesome movie star. A man who mind-fucked us and screwed us over. Not caring whether it would send us to an asylum. Get out, I'm done. Goodbye, can't you hear?
Wow, kaboom, just like that. You're out of control, letting the crazy run wild in a field of crushed magnolias. Bronzen's starting to wind that machine up on you again.
It's you. Getting me upset.
You need a therapist, not me.
You can't possibly think I'm going to help you now. Being so stupid in your thinking.
I see what your cooking show does for you because you're wounded up like an old clock. You're just going to allow him to win your soul?
My show's doing well and it's good for my soul, thank you for asking.
I can't tell, Diane.
You, him, Sade, Hunter, and Alora can keep living in lies and sin. I don't care. Let you deal with the consequences that are already happening.
Glad you could finally make it. I'm starting to forget how good you look in professional attire. Deborah had amazing taste in men.
Thank you.
How's life treating you? Are you okay?
Yes. Of course, Sade. You shouldn't be worried about me.
Force of habit. I'm sensing a disconnect. You feel a certain way. I don't blame you, I suppose. We've been treated less than satisfactory, to put it mildly.
And we know who's responsible.
We do. A bunch of so-called facts and evidence. What a botched job that has taken place. Peter Rockville and his attack dogs won't stop till I've joined Deborah, I see. I'd love to shove Bible pages in his underhanded, dreadful, lying, filthy mouth. But that would be ungodly of me.
Sade.
I'm serious.
I will say. His failure to tackle his deficiency on every level is beyond reproach.
I agree. The devil has many faces.
Everyone has questions.
What do you mean by this? Are you included in everyone?
Why would you ask such nonsense? I've been fighting for you since day one.
I'm getting a different story from your body language. It doesn't feel good, Bronzen.
I'm still processing this ghoulish nightmare. Can't you see this is hard for me?
Wisdom comes with experience, dedication, trials, tribulation, sacrifice. But this is by far taking a tremendous toll. I really don't know how much more I can withstand. After experiencing the greatest emotional catastrophe before this, I'm completely humbled by the spirit that keeps me waking up each morning. Absolutely revelatory. Now these imbeciles think I killed my own daughter.
The only one you have. It's absurd.
Tell it to them, because I'm sick and tired of them twisting my words.
Luckily I overheard them discussing the camera that watches your cell. It moves. But it doesn't work.
My thoughts are engulfed with my only child. And my freedom. Not incriminating myself. Which I will not do. So pardon me if I give myself total concern, sympathy, ambition, to seek the strength I so desperately need.
You're absolutely entitled to what you're feeling about this god-awful, forsaken hellhole. It's a dumpster, with unscrupulous human beings titled as workers, crawling wall to wall of nutcases. The place is crumbling around us.
It is.
You're not doing well.
I'm trying.
And you're right.
Of course I am. My goodness. Grasp the severity, Bronzen.
I recognize the severity more than you think. Forgive me. I didn't mean to sound self-absorbed and removed from what you're going through.
We're both dealing with a lot, I understand. Even if there are no rainbows or beacons of light at the present moment.
So, despite the circumstances and the amount of time, you still look beautiful.
I wish I could believe you. I know it's tough to bring words to a situation like this.
I'm sorry to say. You have no idea. Without you and Deborah in the home now, the silence.
I know.
It's It's become an annoying roommate. Impedes on my every move there. Like the curtains, furniture, walls and floors, everything around me has suddenly gained a voice of whispers. I'm deep into work at the office, because I have hundreds of people working for me. They depend on me. Only to come home. Do the same thing again, a mechanism that works like a charm.
How's Elora?
I don't see where she fits into this conversation.
She does. I've asked you to have her over several times for dinner.
She's been great, but she's only interested in her job description. That's what I pay her for anyway.
I see.
Deborah wouldn't want me to be lonely, she'd want me to move on. I don't know what I want anymore.
I miss our talks as well. The three of us. I truly do. But we can't let fear and loneliness control and deter us from the strong and determined. I'm holding on as best I can. Which is why I try not to worry. We're going to elevate even further to better things when this is over.
This little girl. The one you mentioned needing help with problems with her parents.
Xena. Or is it Gina?
Sade. You've spent a considerable amount of time with her, you said.
Yes. I have. So I'm sure. Sometimes my memory fails. I'm going through a lot, Bronzen. I'm stressed. You saw her. You just don't remember. You just come off a grueling schedule that week.
Most likely.
I want you to know, there isn't one person worth listening to in this place. Except you.
They're saying she doesn't exist. What do you think's going to happen if there are variables to degrade our chances of acquittal?
Not you too.
I'm on your side, Sade. I'm confident that prosecution will not prove the case beyond the evidentiary standard.
She exists. I'm not crazy.
We'll cross one bridge at a time.
How long are they going to keep me locked up? I didn't do this terrible crime. Complete trust and confidence is what I need.
I understand. I'm doing everything in my power to convince them of this outrageous grave mistake they've made.
They've stripped me of my dignity, Bronzen. Bending over, spreading naked, lifting my breasts, hungry sex addicts gawking at me.
What on earth?
You heard correctly.
I know the procedure, but it's still shocking to hear.
I almost bit one of them for using their fingers the wrong way on my backside.
I hired the right people. Lawyers, experts, eyewitnesses, got them on board, ones who are competent. Work great under pressure.
Thank you.
They must have the proper tools to win. They don't. Rubbing their hands like this, like they have smoking guns to keep you here. No. They really don't, Sade. We fight till you're breathing that rich, expensive air you were meant to enjoy. You hear me?
Someone really hates us. To do something sick and twisted to an aging woman.
And what I'm saying is not secret, Peter, if you're listening.
It may come as a surprise. But it's useless.
This will not go unchecked. I promise.
Deborah would have their heads on a platter if she knew how they were treating her mother. By the way, a tall man with an eye patch visited me yesterday.
I'm afraid time's up, Mr. Sabar. Walk this way, please.
Zola, why are you here? I have too many things on my mind to play a bunch of mental games with you.
Hello to you too, Bronzen.
Do you really expect anything more after what you told police authorities?
What are you talking about?
Performing roles like you're in Juilliard's may get over on Hunter, but not the man you've shown you'd lay down your life for.
Stop with it, I'm not listening. Okay?
You should.
The key to longevity is taking care of yourself, staying out of drama, and being good to people. You got 1 out of 3. Congratulations.
My dear girl, listen to yourself. The facts you express, they're wrong. You know good and damn well I hit every mark.
You see what I mean? Your arrogance is amazing. But check it out for yourself instead of believing others who have motives. I didn't do what you're accusing me of.
Zola, you're lying. As usual.
You gave me the greatest rush when I met you. Back then, you were kind. Appeared very loyal. Protective. Hard-working. It was clear why Deborah loved you so much. And why you became the center of Diane's world. We've all witnessed this sad situation. She lies to herself on how she's not one big unraveled basket. We see it in her eyes. She can't hide the truth.
Which is none of your business what's going on in her life.
I'm the woman. I was there. So I made it my business.
Not my problem.
You ought to take a little responsibility. She's trying to recover. To this day. Anyway, as I mentioned before, and you should be reminded.
Of course.
I don't appreciate your rebuttals. I enjoyed helping you and your wife. Being there when you both needed me. But now it seems your only mission is to bury me any way you can.
Hear me close. We fulfilled a need in each other. I didn't mean to hurt you in all of this.
Well, you did, Bronzen. It's time you admit your faults.
I didn't blindfold you with a gun to your head and throw you on top of my cock.
No, but I felt guilty as well. If I didn't participate, there'd be repercussions.
You still love me. You never stopped.
You got 1 minute to tell the truth that we both developed feelings.
So when you called me up and told me your lady parts were on fire, in so many words, was just a metaphor for offering a helping hand to Deborah and I.
You're a mean, surly bastard with a black heart. I don't think I can ever go down this path with you again.
You hate honesty.
You're getting what you deserve. And Sade is suffering behind the many decisions you've made.
I think it's time for you to leave.
If I ever meant anything to you, I need your help.
My help?
Yes.
What seems to be the problem?
Hunter won't stop blackmailing me.
Did you sleep with the simpleton?
No, for God's sake, I wouldn't stoop that low. I'd rather sleep with the horror movie Jason and let his knife finger me. True story.
Are you sure Hunter isn't suffering from pussy withdrawal?
I'm not desperate. Even though you want me to be. I didn't, Bronzen.
Interesting. But not a revelation.
I guess.
Why don't you ask Shadi if I should help you?
Ever since it all began, our lives have been anything but normal.
We're going to make it. You'll see.
I've been trying to be optimistic and hopeful. I really have, Bronzen.
Alora. Peter and his incapable bunch will not see the light of day in their professions after Shadi has been awarded her freedom.
A sick mind is prevalent among so many people. To even think about taking out someone who is very active in the community and wouldn't harm a fly.
It's a downright travesty at best. Everyone is out for self these days. A dog-eat-dog world is truly an understatement.
I agree. Another thing.
Go on.
In recent weeks, while occupying my home, walking the halls, passing windows, utilizing my kitchen, bathroom even, I could feel another pair of eyes invading my privacy.
What on earth?
Like binoculars trained hard on a target. Or cameras watching. Yes. I thought. Am I imagining this? Or going crazy? I don't know.
You are most certainly not crazy. You're a valuable person to one of the most profitable marketing firms in the country.
I think Zola's watching me, Bronzen.
No. If anything, I think it's Peter Rockville.
Why? They've arrested Deborah's mother.
Shadi is innocent. And who knows why Peter is up to his continued tricks of foolery and nonsense.
I can think of a few reasons.
He thinks my father is responsible for not recovering his father's body years ago. Some kind of weird nepotism. Reversal being ushered in, I'm gathering.
I'm aware of the story.
This buffoon of a man, do you see? Because I do. He wants me in prison, Alora, that's his dying wish. Every brain cell in that man's head has died from sniffing too much taxidermy products.
How awful. So that's what he's doing on his spare time.
Correct. These are the situations that go on in a world like his.
I find it disgusting, actually.
Peter fits comfortably in what he does. Because he's jealous of what I have.
Or, playing devil's advocate, he could be just doing his job.
Can't you put the clues together, my dear girl? They're out for blood. Mine?
Not that it's any of my business. Are we going to pretend Zola Carbone isn't still in love with the idea of being with you?
I don't care what this woman feels, she has a life of her own.
Yes, she does, I have eyes. But this life of hers, it includes you. Whether you like it or not, Mr. Sabar, she has a vendetta against your legacy and will stop at nothing to destroy it.
Impossible. I'm just saying. Too much has been built. For too long. The Sabar name is here forever. Anyway, finding Deborah's killer. That's my priority. Because her mother did not mutilate and butcher her only child.
But she has something to do with the 300 grand painting they're also interested in. Am I right?
Are you working for them? Or me? I need an answer.
You know the answer. And I resent you asking. Do you trust me?
Elora, you wouldn't be privy to vital, confidential information or have the position in my company if I didn't.
I saw Zola. She was leaving your home as I was coming in. She looked upset, wiping tears, trying to hide them.
Crocodile tears, no doubt.
If you trust me, why wouldn't you share that she paid a visit?
It wasn't important.
To me it was.
It wasn't business related. So why was it your concern? Has something changed?
No. I'm sorry if you thought otherwise, Bronzen. It hasn't. Details are consequential. Especially when there's an active murder investigation in progress. Trying to frame someone you love.
You don't care for Sade.
I'm not saying I don't.
You're not saying you do.
I wish you wouldn't. Make things complicated.
Forgive me if I have. Deborah was very fond of you. Sade feels the same.
Then I guess we saw two different scenarios.
My memory is as good as yours. How can that be? My feelings are strong for you, Elora.
Mentioning your deceased wife, and feelings for me, in close proximity of a sentence, doesn't bother you.
Stop judging me.
I stated before, I don't want to cross boundaries or lines, yet you keep trying to pull me in. Even though you are not forthcoming with answers to some of my questions.
I don't know what else you want.
I deserve loyalty, Bronzen. Can't you see what I've given you in Sabar Enterprises? More than I anticipated. And it should count for something.